Alright, I think I'm live now. Anyways, you can probably... maybe not. Maybe not good enough quality, but... Just got done seeing Sonic the Hedgehog, but I'm not going home, so I want to get the review in before, let's see... I'm not going to be getting home until about 11 o'clock tomorrow. Sheesh. Anyways, so I want to get the review in. Have to say, first of all, Jim Carrey is amazing. Goes back to his The Mask or, Ace Ventura era. Like, holy shit. Falco Punch. I just gotta say, like, it was great to see Jim Carrey go back to that kind of comedy. Go back to the more, like, the facial, like how he moves his face and the more, like, with the body and stuff, just... It was actually good to see old Jim Carrey, the Jim Carrey that he kind of fell in love with. Also, this movie should have came out about 25 years ago. This movie came out 25 years ago at the height of his popularity. Now coming off of In Living Color, get Ace Ventura, get The Mask. Also the height of Sega popularity. But it was still entertaining movie. I enjoyed it. I laughed at parts you're supposed to laugh at. Laughed at a couple parts you probably weren't supposed to laugh at, but the CGI was actually really well done. With a movie like this, you gotta worry about the CGI. During the trailers, there was a trailer for Into the Wild, I think it's called. Harrison Ford. All the animals are CGI. Even the dog, like, you really couldn't get a live action dog. You had to go with a full CGI dog. But like with like the way the eyes on the dog move, it's just weird. It's like, you really couldn't get a live dog. Well, obviously Sega realized, you know what, we might want to make this look good, because Sonic looks like shit, no one's gonna watch it. Yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. Birds of Prey was a hot mess, but entertaining. This movie is just entertaining, it's not a hot mess. Again, it probably should have came out like 25 years ago, but they probably wouldn't have had the CGI for it back then. And I love how they did the story, because, like, how are you going to explain Sonic the Hedgehog on Earth? How are you going to have Dr. Robotnik? Love your eggs, Mr. Eggman. God, it was great to get the Eggman thing in there. But again, like, Jim Carrey steals the show. Yeah, Shadow, it's definitely worth seeing. And you had to stick around for the end credit. You had to stick around for the end credit scene. Stick. People were leaving like, why are you people leaving? Has Marvel taught you nothing? Like, a lot of movies have been setting up sequels or whatever, or just, help set up the story a little bit more with the end credit scenes. You had to stick around for the end credit scenes. Holy hell. Like, why were you people leaving? But as always, got to give this kind of thing a number rating. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. If you're a video gamer who played a lot of Sonic and lived on Sonic, grew up with Sonic, you'll probably like this movie just as much as a little kid would. It is PG, so there's a couple of times where, like, they're about to curse and they get cut off for whatever reason. You're right, they did do Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We don't know if there's going to be a sequel yet, depending on how well this movie does. Could there be? If the movie does well, there could be a sequel. And I like what they did with the rings. The rings, instead of, being currency or whatever, they're portals. Like, you throw, you think, I need to go here, I need to go here, I need to go here. Throw the ring, it opens a portal, you jump through. Pretty cool way to incorporate the rings into it. The PG thing with nudity or language was before Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones screwed up PG movies. Because before, you didn't have PG-13. You had G, PG, R. And then after Raiders of the Lost Ark had that heart-eating scene, Hollywood went, all right, we need to make another rating. And they made PG-13. So before PG-13 was a thing, you could get language and stuff like that in PG movies. Because, well, it was an artistic style, so it doesn't count as whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad I went to see it. And remembered my refillable bucket. So it's only like, what? Yeah, $4.95. It's not even $5. This is the same size as a large. You can spend like $8.70 to get a large, or you can spend $4.95 to get a large. Get the refillable buckets. Totally worth it. It's like, oh, up front it costs like $15 up front. Yeah, but the amount of movies that I see in a year, paying $5 for a large popcorn is a lot cheaper than paying $8.70 every time I go. Also got the drink, and I left the cup at home. That's also like $4.50 or $5.49. It's not that much. So in total, it's going to be under $10 to get a large popcorn and a large drink instead of $8.70 just for the popcorn. Way better deal. I still can't believe I forgot my cup. I get there, I'm like, I got my bucket. Where's my cup? Where's my cup? Terrible. Yeah. I'm so glad I saw it. I was on the fence, like, man, but it's gonna be PG. It's been years since I last played a Sonic game. But it's gonna be Jim Carrey, and I love Jim Carrey. Yeah, it's like, I miss Jim Carrey. I want to see if Jim Carrey is so Jim Carrey. And he was very much Jim Carrey in this movie. Just the way, with the facial expressions, the way he talks, and the way he moves is just Jim Carrey. So yes, if you're a Jim Carrey fan, go see this movie. Worth it. If you're a Sonic fan, go see this movie. Worth it. If you have kids, go see this movie. Worth it. If you have the choice between this and Birds of Prey, see this. It was very true to the source, I want to say. Unlike Birds of Prey. I mean, after the backlash you got for the Sonic design, they may have went, we may want to not piss off the gamers. Gamers are our main base of this movie. We keep the gamers happy. They like the movie. We'll make money. So I really hope that... Oh, where you at? Jinxelin? If you want to pronounce that. The one movie the theater I go to in Toledo has early viewings on Thursday, so I don't have to wait till Friday. It's like, all right, let's check it out. I'll see it early. Glad I did. And again, stay for the end credit scene. If this movie makes enough money and they get a sequel, you will want to stick around for the end credit scene. God, like the CGI, there's a couple places here and there, not on Sonic, but for some of Dr. Robotnik's like machines that were kind of iffy. Crusader. Yeah, there's a couple places here and there where like the CGI on Dr. Robotnik's machines were kind of iffy, but for Sonic, it was amazing. Kind of like how, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Like, he's right there. When they're interacting with him, it's like they're interacting with him. And you could tell there's a couple of scenes where it's like a doll, like, oh no, Sonic's her. And it's like, they didn't CGI, that's just a doll. That way they can, like, move it and manipulate it and all that. But it was so good. And the woman that plays the main character's wife is gorgeous. She was in Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2, I want to say. I'd have to look it up. I'm pretty sure that's where I recognize her from, but she is gorgeous. It's like, damn, being a small town sheriff, get it? Well, video game movies flop because they suck. If they ever actually made a good video game movie, it would do well. Oh wait, they did. Detective Pikachu. The movie was actually good. I was a little anxious, but if you love Jim Carrey's early work, like In Living Color, The Mask, Ace Ventura. If you liked his early stuff, you will like this because he goes back to that style. He goes back to the old Jim Carrey that people like me fell in love with. Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys. That was a good movie too. But yeah, Jim Carrey, I'm like, that was one of the things that pushed me to actually go see it because I loved Jim Carrey's early work, or like The Cable Guy, The Truman Show. It's like, I loved his early stuff. I want to support him. I want to see, like, he comes out with a movie like this where he goes back to the old style Jim Carrey. I want that movie to do well. So he goes, you know what? Maybe I should make a few more like that. Maybe we should go back to that style. And hopefully it does, because it was actually a pretty good, entertaining movie. You're not going to have to think a lot. Don't go in expecting, bust out a notepad trying to keep track of stuff. Like, just sit down, shut up, eat your popcorn, and laugh. Because you will laugh. Soundtrack. Oh, the soundtrack. Yeah, they got a lot of good music. Like, you can definitely tell who the audience was. Like, they have a mix of, yeah, we want kids to see it, but we also know that people who grew up with us in the 90s are going to come see it. So we might want to throw some of their stuff in there, so they threw a lot of their music in there. So yeah, they get the music mixture from today and from back then. Like, you recognize the Fortnite dance, but they get, like, the music that you grew up with in the 90s. Ooh, Monster Hunter's going to be a movie? Nice. So yeah, should you be in a hurry to see it? I wanted to have a good box office weekend, and I want it to make money so it doesn't flop like a lot of video game movies do. So go see it. I give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll stick with my 8 out of 10. Definitely keep it an 8 out of 10. God, I was again I'm on the maybe it's because I went in with low expectations and kind of anxious. Like, okay, how are they gonna fuck this up? It's like, all right, that was actually pretty good. Oh, that's how they're gonna introduce Dr. Robotnik. That's how they're gonna do Sonic. That's how they're gonna introduce this. That's how they're gonna use the rings. All right, this is pretty cool. Dr. Robotnik was amazing. I'm glad they had Sonic in the movie, but Dr. Robotnik. Nah, this is Walter Rio. God, he's 13 years old now. It's okay, Walter. I know you've been going through some hormonal changes, but don't blow up. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, go see the movie. And yes, I am wearing sunglasses at night. Right now, anyways, for the video. Yeah, go see the movie. Make sure it gets a lot of good press, gets good box office ratings. Maybe make your own reviews or tell your friends, like, hey, go see this movie. It's actually entertaining. If you like Jim Carrey from his early work, you will like this movie. If you like Sonic, you will like this movie. So anyways, yeah, how do I end this? I don't know. I'm not used to doing this on my phone. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day. And I think it's this button, maybe?